All right, guys, so tonight's homework is lesson 24, homework number 4, and today is February 25th. So the question says, Sal bought a house for $78,524.60. 12 years later, he sold the house for 2 3/4 times as much. What was the sale price of the house? So we see that Sal bought the house for this amount. 12 years later, he sold the house for 2 3/4 times as much. The question is, what was the sale price of the house? So the sale price of the house was blank dollars. Okay, so if we look at how much he bought the house for, Sal bought the house for $78,524.60. Okay, so he's going to sell it for 2 3/4 times that amount. So let's show 2 whole times that amount. So here's one group. Remember, when we say 2 3/4 times, that's the same as 2 3/4 groups of. So here's one group, 2 groups, and then we can show 3/4 of the third group. So the total for each of these, of course, is the same. It's the $78,524.60, because each of those tapes is the same size, the same shape, and the same value. Okay, but then we see there's 2 groups of that and only 3/4 of the last group there. So when we think mathematically, how can we figure this out? 2 3/4 times as much, or 2 3/4 groups of, implies 2 3/4 times. And then we're timesing that amount, $78,524.60. So we talked in class about how you really want to try to change both of these to a decimal if you can. You can't really multiply a fraction times a decimal in their current form. So let's take that 2 3/4 and change it to a decimal. Now we know it's 2 3/4. 2 looks like that, right? So we just need to take that 3/4 and change it to a decimal. I know nothing times 4 equals 10, but I do know that 4 times 25 is 100. Hang on, let me move that equal sign over. So I know I can times by 25 on the bottom and 25 on the top. 3 times 25 we think of as 3 groups of 25, like 3/4, which is 75 cents. Okay, 75 hundredths is the number 75, with the last digit in the hundredths, so it's 0.75. So don't forget, that's just the 3/4 part. We still have that 2 whole. So I can take that 2 whole and that 75 hundredths, put it together, and it becomes 2 75 hundredths. So now my problem becomes 2 75 hundredths. We can even erase that 2 3/4 at this point and substitute that decimal in, 2 75 hundredths times $78,524.60. I'm going to put the longer number on top, 78,524.60. And then if you've noticed, I kind of spread my numbers apart so that you don't make any mistakes there. You don't want to squish things really close together here because it opens you up for error. So right here we have 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 6 is 30, carry your 3. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, carry my 1. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 2 is 42. And 5 times 7 is 35, plus 4 is 39. That's a lot of numbers here. So then what we can do is drop our bomb, kill our captain, sweep our deck. Okay, we're going to multiply by that 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 4 more is 32. 7 times 2 is 14, 15, 16, 17. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. 7 times 8 is, wow. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 3 more, 57, 58, 59. And then 7 times 7 is 49, plus 5 is 54. Now I have to drop 2 bombs and kill the first mate, clear the deck. This ended up being kind of a beast of a multiplication problem, but as long as you're really careful, you should get the right answer. Gotta work slow and neat. Finally, we have 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Now you need to add it up, and I'd like to see those lines between the digits here so you can keep it straight. Okay, so we have 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. Same with that column. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2, 4, 6. 9 plus...
Crawler, could you
sorry about that.
Mr. Crawler?
9 plus 7 is 16. 16 plus 6 more is 22. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. 9 and 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. We have 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 7 is 15. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11, carry the 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 digits in the decimals, so we need to come in 1, 2, 3, 4 place values. Okay, so then from here, if that's where our decimal is, we can cha-cha-cha slide. And I see my answer is 215,942 and 65 cents. Those last 2 zeros can fall off the shelf. So 215,942 and 65 cents. All right. Well, I hope that you are able to do your homework and that this video helps, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.